I am your astrologer, Wonder Girl, taking you to new heights. Here is your daily forecast for the day of Thursday, October 12th, 2017. Now, I'm so sorry I missed yesterday's horoscope. I literally fell asleep at like 9 or 10 o'clock. That's kind of early. That's early for me. Like on the couch with all the lights on, didn't even brush my teeth or take my makeup off. And so I just totally passed out and wasn't able to do it. So I'm sorry about that. I feel like I'm like this close to doing my dailies every day consistently. I'm gonna try to move them up to where I post them by 10 o'clock Mountain Time instead of 1, 2 o'clock in the morning too. But I am so close to doing that and to doing readings regularly and knocking those out much faster than I am now, and to doing my planner here. But there's just something that's I'm still trying to work everything together, and I'm feeling good that it's coming close, but then also I'm feeling bad that I'm not there yet. So it's just like kind of interesting. But that's what happened last night with me, and now here we are trying to catch up. Okay, so I'm just gonna go and dive right in. What we've got happening today is like very early in the morning. We've got the moon coming in off of an opposition to Pluto, which is what it was doing at 10 o'clock Mountain Time last night. Okay, and so what that means is with the moon here in Cancer, which I don't think I've talked about yet, the focus comes to us really beginning to feel more comfortable, more safe, and more secure in our life, really wanting to build a home life, build something that we can call our own, that we'll feel comfortable in, and to get right with ourselves emotionally in some way. The moon is at home in Cancer, so it is a chance to kind of check in with your emotions and to make sure that you are feeling all right with everything that is going on. Also to wind down and to get over some feelings from the past as well, because this is a third quarter moon, so that we can begin to move more into our relationships in some way. Okay, and I think as we're trying to get right with ourselves and feel comfortable emotionally so that we can focus more on other people, we're having some big strong feelings that are coming up about where our life is going and about some big changes that we are having to make and have been making, that I've been talking about for a while here, and trying to figure out how can we really feel good and feel safe and feel secure and feel comfortable and feel like we got everything under control, while at the same time having some big changes we're making, perhaps some big questions, some big things up in the air about where our life is going that are a little bit unsettling, and having to learn how to balance the two and to do both, to make the changes in your life but to also build and feel comfortable with them at the same time, and to build some more of that security into your life while you're going ahead doing some of this stuff. Okay, that could be a little bit hard and a little bit jarring, having to find that balance here with Pluto, which can manifest in a very intense way that isn't always the best. Sometimes it can be, but a lot of times it can be a little hard to manage. Okay, so that's what's going on there. As that's happening, as I mentioned, we had the third quarter moon, which means the moon here is squaring the sun and eventually Mercury, which it'll do today as well, really asking us to build and define the stability and the security in our lives so that we can then give ourselves over to relationships, which is when the new moon is going to come in later, when we're going to have to start working better with other people and having to get over some of our own baggage and our own stuff that's going on. So I think right now with the moon in Cancer, we're really trying to get rid of the last stuff, the last emotional baggage that we have that's holding us back, so that we can start to move forward and make the commitments that we need to make and work with the people that we need to work with here in order to do the things that we feel called to do or we need to do at this time. All right, that's a big thing that is going on here. I think as we try to build this stability in our life and to figure out how we can start to let go of some of these things that we've been holding on to so that we can work with people, I think there are some opportunities here with the moon about to sextile Mars and Venus here to really organize your life, organize your daily routines, figure out what's going on the day-to-day, at work, on the job, to really begin to get a strategy and a plan in place for you to move forward, definitely in a new or different way, focusing on other things. Okay, so I think there is some good opportunities there, even though we may have some very strong, intense feelings and really need to learn how to readjust our life going on here to focus on things that we haven't been thinking about. Okay, I think that's going on. I think as that's happening, we also have the moon here making a trine to Chiron. Okay, so still some uncomfortable things coming up inside about our life, about what we want our life to be, about how we feel internally about our life as well, that we're trying to break through, we're trying to move past, so that these same things that have been so hard for us aren't hard for us anymore, and stop holding us back in a lot of ways, okay? So that's what's going on there. And then we end the night around 4 p.m. Mountain Time, where things get a little interesting again, with the moon over here making a square to Uranus and also a square to Jupiter at roughly about the same time, okay? Bringing up some unexpected things here, especially in regards to who we are and to what we want as we're trying to build this stability into our life in some way, and really having to learn here how to get right with them inside and how to figure out what is going on with us in a lot of ways, so that we can begin to start to move forward, okay? And we've been dealing with this Uranus-Jupiter opposition for a while, so I think right now we're just really trying to figure out how can we do what we need to do, but also start to readjust our perspective to do what people need to do. And I think the square here that's coming in, we're really gonna have to focus on that, on our emotions, on getting our emotions in the right place and feeling more comfortable and readjusting our perspective so that we can feel more comfortable with where it is that our life really is going at this time, okay? So I think that is what, to me, is the main thing that is going on there. Just checking my notes to make sure I don't forget anything here. Yeah, so I would just make sure to take care of that. I do see we do have a yod going on. Sometimes yods aren't super big between what Saturn here and the moon, really saying that with the South Node and Saturn, that there's some things about something new that you're trying to do that involves something that's very important to you and who you are and where your life is going, and really needing to focus emotionally. I think that's the big thing. Feeling safe and feeling secure with where your life is going and paying attention to your emotions today is going to be huge to help unlock, again, some of the doors that you need to organize some of your routines and figure out how you need to move forward in the right way, okay? So there's that. And then just to take a look at some of the other things that are going on before I pull your card, we've also got Mars over here and Venus about to oppose Chiron, so still feeling a little bit uncomfortable about our daily routines as we're trying to organize them, but really needing to overcome some uncomfortable things about your day-to-day life, about your job, about what it looks like and how organized you are so that you can begin to move forward, okay? I think that's a big thing there. Really needing to be able to commit to something, moving forward, something different than what you've done with Saturn here in Sagittarius, in order to really begin to open more doors to be happier for yourself. Okay, I think that's also a big thing. There is lots of opportunities here to commit to something that you can enjoy, but you just have to commit to something. You have to make a choice. You have to do something. You have to really do something in a very committed way. Maybe you've already decided to do this a few weeks ago, but if you haven't yet, you need to make sure that you commit to something so that you can begin to find the happiness in your life in some way. And then of course we've got the Sun and Mercury here starting to open up some doors here for you to be happier and to do this new thing. So maybe it's been hard for us in the past to really understand what it is that we need to do and where life is going. And I think now with the Sun and the Mercury slowly moving into these sextiles, gonna start to open some doors for you to start to feel a lot better here with where your life is going and with what is happening and all of that stuff. As we're trying to make some of these big changes in our life and work with other people and commit to them, I think the clarity is going to come. All right, I think another thing worth noting too, just to give you some more details, is that with Jupiter now moving into Scorpio, all right, and with all these planets that are going to start to follow into Scorpio too soon, getting deep with people is going to be huge. It's going to be a big thing. All right, and not just working with other people, but sharing deeply and intimately with other people about what is going on with your life, okay, and working with other people to make even more changes of what's going on, okay? But the changes you're going to be making with people are not going to be so much about your life direction anymore as they are going to be about already having the life direction that you want and then having to work with them in order to achieve the life direction that you already decided on, if that makes sense, okay? And really needing to focus on going deep with other people and on going deep emotionally with yourself here to deal with some emotions you don't want to deal with. And I think the deeper you go with Jupiter and Scorpio to deal with some things you don't want to deal with, the more insights you're going to have, the better it's going to be, and the bigger the rewards are going to be as well at the end of this year when Jupiter moves out of Scorpio. And you just need to learn in the next year how to go deep with yourself and how to go deep with other people, to do the things you don't want to do, talk about the things that are hard, and to make some really deep, strong bonds and partnerships for you to move in that direction, okay? So that's what I see there. Now your card for the day is Temperance reversed. This to me is a card about balance here, balancing your life, making sure that you're staying on an even keel, that you're not getting overwhelmed with emotion too much in either way, you know, not getting too sad about things, not too happy about things, just trying to balance your emotions to make sure everything is okay. Temperance to me also is a big thing about paying attention to your emotions too. Don't forget them. Don't try to ignore them. Don't just go, you know, doing whatever it is you need to do without trying to figure out what is happening inside you here, especially with all this Cancer energy coming on. Really needing to pay attention to your emotions, realizing that your emotions have the keys to open up doors for you, maybe that were locked or that have been hard for you, especially if you listen to your feelings, maybe listen to your intuition in a lot of ways too, to figure out what is going on here, okay? And to make sure that you're doing what needs to be done and moving up in the world, doing the Pluto and Capricorn thing, but also doing it in a way as well that resonates with your heart, that can build in the security that you want and make sure you're okay emotionally, so that you could start to move forward on some relationships that it is that you need to work towards feeling okay with yourself, okay? So that's all I got for you today. Thank you so much for watching my horoscope. If you like it, please like it on YouTube, subscribe to my channel, share it with your friends, and I will talk to you later.